So from afar, it can be challenging to be able to tell the differences between the SE or even the SE 2022 alongside the Apple Watch Series 8. And although the 2022 SE and the Series 8 both were released the same year, the same month, but the Series 8 has some exclusive features, one of them being the dedicated keyboard. For some reason, the SE does not have access to this. There's no always on display, even though it technically can have always on display as they both share the LTPO display, but the SE also does not have an ECG, a blood oxygen sensor, but it does share the important features such as the brand new crash detection from Apple, fall detection, SOS, and even the brand new compass backtracking capability is also found on the Apple Watch SE. So clearly, the 2022 Apple Watch SE, it's more than capable. It even has the same water submersion rating as both are water resistant up to 50 meters. But some of these features as found on the Series 8 can be added on the Apple Watch SE2 as there's some clever ways you could get some pretty close results. All thanks to you guys, the community of fellow Apple Watch enthusiasts. As there's creative ways we could technically integrate always on display on the Apple Watch SE, allow ourselves to have more abilities than what Apple will allow us to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the creative ways you can actually add some of these features on the Apple Watch SE. Let's go ahead and begin. Now the first one is one that I recently did cover, and that is the capability to download basically a keyboard that will allow you to only be able to message people with iMessage from your Apple Watch instead of verbally requesting Siri to reply with a message or use scribbles, which can get some things wrong sometimes. The app that I personally recommend is Flicktype. It's free to download, easy to use. There is a one-time purchase though that will allow you to unlock some additional features, but this is the app I personally like using on my Apple Watch SE due to the fact that it does work, and there's some support for some third-party apps that actually will support Flicktype as well. Although the main app store on the Apple Watch does not support this, but it's still really reliable and convenient, especially in a classroom environment where you're trying to reply to a text message and you don't have access to your smartphone. With this app, you have the capability to simply enter your message, and it supports some Apple OS features like the swivel capability and much more. So this is that app, and I'll have it in the video description down below. Now this next one revolves around the always on display. The honest truth is no. There's no way we can actually make it so that the display on the SE remains on at all times. Well, I guess a way you can actually have it on at all times is by enabling the flashlight, but I'm like, that's not realistic. It's not really giving us any vital information. So unfortunately, the best thing you could do that comes close to this is increase the duration of the wake screen. And if you do this, all you have to do is just go into your Apple Watch settings and just scroll and look for the display and brightness. And here, scroll down to where you see wake duration and just select 70 seconds. And that's about it. Unfortunately, there's no way to disable the auto shut off screen whenever you move your wrist, so that's unfortunate. But I have found that this third-party app, Clockology, I have a hard time pronouncing that for some reason, but this third-party app, I noticed, does actually somewhat increase the duration even longer, especially if you go on your iPhone and actually launch the main watch app on your iPhone, and you scroll down to General, and where it says Return to Clock, select here. Make sure it's on always, but if you scroll down and you select Clockology, you can actually customize it for this dedicated app and select after an hour. This way, it will always constantly take you back to this app that I'm about to show you right now. Now, I have featured this app before. This app is pretty cool. It's free to download. Once you install it on both your Apple Watch and iPhone, launch it on your iPhone, and you have a bunch of different watch faces to select from, and this actually gives you the capability to basically personalize your Apple Watch even more. Now, the way this app works is that this app does have to run on your Apple Watch and just leave it. And as you notice, the third-party watch face actually stays. So this is a clever way to customize it. Now you can install the beta profile, which I'll have a link in the video description down below. But with this beta profile installed on your smartphone, it will automatically install to the app. But with this profile, so long as you join the group which the app developer has available, I personally prefer using the Facebook group, but here you can find a variety of different custom watch faces created by the community. You can find some amazing ones like Pokemon themes and stuff like that, but you clearly click on this link, download it on your iPhone, it will automatically install to the app, and then the app will actually send it to the Apple Watch, and just like that, you have creative third-party watch faces. It's pretty neat, and the watch itself, if you actually long press on the app, you have access to customize your calorie goals. If you're tracking your steps, if you tap on the speaker, it'll give you quick access to your media control without having to exit the app and control that. As well as you have the capability to delete some of these. And then you can also swipe from the bottom to switch between different watch faces you have selected on the app. So somewhat of a creative way to somewhat achieve an always on, I guess. But yeah, that's the closest way you could get to an always on display on the Apple Watch SE. Now, as for the ECG, unfortunately, there's no way you could do that. You can technically pair a compatible device to your iPhone that will also pair with your Apple Watch, like this ECK reader. It's $80, but at this point, you might as well just sell your Apple Watch SE and use those $80 to upgrade to the Series 8 if you need a new Apple Watch that has this, or you could just buy a used one like a Series 6 or newer. So unfortunately, upon research, there's no way we could actually simulate an ECG without buying a third-party compatible device. Same applies for the body temperature. There's third-party accessories that will actually pair to your Apple Health account and will actually communicate via Bluetooth, and will send that data and update you on your health app. So no, there's no way we can actually download a third-party app to actually have these abilities on the SE, unfortunately. But even though the Series 8 has the two sensors for body temperature reading, there's one that faces down on your wrist and the other one will actually face upwards on the display, measuring the ambient temperature around. That data is not yet unlocked where it actually show the user their body temperature. It's mainly focused on more accurate data for the Cycle app for menstrual cycles. So even though yes, the Series 8 and the Ultra has the body temperature capabilities, it will not show the user their current body temperature. Unfortunately, it's not yet unlocked. Same applies for measuring your blood oxygen levels. A third-party accessory will be required, unfortunately. So there you guys have it. That is the creative way you can actually unlock some Series 8 features on your Apple Watch SE2. Links to the apps and everything else will of course be linked in the video description down below. If you'd like to watch more, highly recommend checking out this video over here where I go through a handful of awesome tips and tricks and some hidden features that the Apple Watch SE2 can offer. And then that video over there, that's just a video YouTube's recommending specifically for you. Take care, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.